Allegedly, he sketched these two pictures in the background. It's actually an upside-down pentagram, or known as the sigil of the Baphomet.
Vivat is Latin for he, she, or it will live forever.
Now, y'all already know that my only goal with the content that I make is to expose the truth. That is it. I will never sit here and spread false information, make stuff up, and try to play into these fake conspiracies, bro. That's not who I am. I like to be truthful and genuine. But as of recently, Cenat has been under a lot of pressure because everyone is thinking that he sold his soul, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, the evidence isn't looking too good, bro. I'm just gonna say it. Because ever since he stopped streaming, he's been doing this whole clothing brand thing. And I'm proud of him for making that transition, to be honest. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think it's super dope to reinvent yourself. I admire that, really. But when I see Cenat with someone like Jaden Smith, it's a cause for question, bro. We already know that Jaden Smith is a booty-tickling bandit raised in the house of Will Smith. Will Smith has been exposed for taking a lot of booties in his heyday, bro. Like, that's something that's known information. People have exposed him. People on his team have come out and worked against him. It's a known thing, all right? So when I see Cenat with Jaden Smith, it raises questions. But when I come across a video like this is when things start getting interesting.
We'll never notice. So Cenat, as of lately, he's been buzzing on the internet because of him quitting streaming and him wanting to start a new clothing line. But you have to pay real close attention to the background of some of his videos. Allegedly, he sketched these two pictures in the background. You might look at that star and think nothing of it, but it's actually an upside-down pentagram, or known as the sigil of the Baphomet. The sigil was made popular by Antoine LaVey, who founded the Church of Satan. The second image I'm pointing out in the background is the Knights of Templar cross. They have connections to the Jesuits, known as the Society of Jesus, which is why he's been mentioning Jesus a lot lately. The Jesuits, they run Hollywood, sports, politics, it goes on and on. This is just surface level, but it says here, yes, many Knights Templar were burned at the stake based on charges of heresy that included the worship of an idol named Baphomet. These celebrities and popular figures continue to show us the gods they worship and venerate through signs, symbols, and numbers. And that right there is not an accident. Here's what most people
know. And that's a fact. Like, that right there is a fact. But I don't know if you guys picked up on one thing in the video that he said. And this is what kind of, once again, I don't support people who just try to make stuff up for fake views and clicks. Like, I don't support that, bro. I don't. So when he mentions
that star and
the cross, right? Pay attention to what he says.
Think nothing of it, but it's actually an upside-down pentagram, or known as the sigil of the Baphomet. The sigil was made popular by Antoine LaVey.
Hold on. Just pay attention to what he says about the cross.
The second image I'm pointing out in the background is the Knights of Templar cross. They have connections to the Jesuits, known as the Society.
They have connections to the Jesuits. So now I did a quick little research, my own research. I just put Jesuit and Jesus. The Jesuits, officially known as the Society of Jesus, are a Roman Catholic religious order founded in 1540. They are profoundly centered on a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Now, at what point in time has that ever been demonic, bro? At what point in time has worshiping Jesus Christ been demonic? Because he even continues to say that this is the reason why Cenat has been mentioning Jesus. It almost makes it sound like you're wrong if you talk about Jesus and you're wrong if you don't, bro. Like, all of these celebrities always say thanks to God. What God do they worship? We already know that there are so many gods, but there's really only one true God. Some people worship Satan as their God. Some people worship Muslim or Buddha as their God, or some people worship Muhammad or Allah as their God, right? Like, so many people worship different entities as their God. But when someone names Jesus Christ, that's completely different. Cenat is being faulted for speaking about Jesus Christ. And this right here is where I see a conflict. This right here is what makes me not be able to confidently come on here and be like, yes, Cenat sold the soul. I'm not gonna ever sit here and try to push fake reality, bro. That's not what this is, bro. That's not the game that we're playing. And there's gonna be people in the comments that are gonna be like, well, this was this and this. Show me the proof, y'all. I want to see the proof. Like, I'm not defending him. I want you to understand. We're gonna expose everyone who rightfully needs to be exposed. But at the same time, I'm not gonna make up false stories and false beliefs. But I'm very, very curious to see, because we have a video title today. It's confirmed that they got to Cenat. We're about to hop into it. As always, make sure you guys do leave a like down below and subscribe. Send videos over of anything that you can like find that proves that Kai Cenat sold it. So we'll put it together and we'll be able to react to it together.
If it wasn't clear they got to Kai Cenat before, it's definitely clear now. Since Kai Cenat disappeared after breaking all types of records with Mafia Dawn 3, this shift has been impossible to ignore. It started with the mental health breaks, then the sudden pivot to a high fashion designer. But this viral footage of him with Jaden and Will Smith is the final nail in the coffin. The industry didn't just invite Kai in, they transformed him. And now, fans are realizing Hollywood finally got to Kai Cenat.
Yo, Kai Cenat, be careful. All jokes aside, protect your butt. All jokes aside, protect it. They might come and try to, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, Joe, bro. He looked too excited to see you, bro. He looks too excited.
Has done the impossible. He escaped the streamer bubble and walked through the golden gates of Hollywood. For years, everyone thought streamers would always be second-class celebrities, but Kai broke every record in the book. He was the chosen one. But the question is, who chose him? We've seen this pattern before. A star reaches the pinnacle, and suddenly, the person we knew vanishes, replaced by an industry-ready puppet. Kai isn't just evolving, he's morphing in real time. And nothing proves this transformation more than his recent connection to the Smiths. With Jaden Smith recently becoming the creative director for Christian Louboutin, a partnership with Kai's new fashion brand makes complete sense. But the footage of these two together doesn't look like a business meeting, it looks like an initiation. It's off, it's eerie, and it is definitive proof that they finally got Kai. This footage from the Christian Louboutin event at Paris Fashion Week is covered in red flags. The first thing I noticed was the sketchy dark red lit room they were in. It looked exactly like what you would expect from a place where the elite meet up. Kai seems so out of place and lost that he almost looks uncomfortable. Kai is known for his over-the-top energy. It's what he built his career off of. But since he disappeared and reappeared, he seems so drained and lost. Jaden was also yelling repeatedly, almost ritualistically as Kai walked up the stairs. All while we can hear Will Smith laughing manically in the background like an evil villain. The whole thing seems more like an initiation into the 1%.
But no one noticed on the side of the wall that it said, "Are you ready?" No one mentioned that. You gotta pay attention to the subtle things. No one mentioned that.
Than a fashion collab. It looks like he was being led into the other side by Jaden Smith, the man who was just named the first ever men's creative director for Christian Louboutin. We notice more of this strange, eerie environment in the footage from the event, where Kai and Jaden are seen surrounded by people wearing all black. Again, the room is dark, the room is eerie, and the energy just seems way off. It's not a coincidence that Kai wants to enter the fashion world, and the very first people he meets up with are Jaden and Will Smith. When a celebrity is ready to cross over to the next level, they have to be guided in. That's exactly what Will and Jaden are doing here. These are industry handlers sent in to initiate Kai. You have to understand, the world of high fashion is a sacred tribal one. They don't just let anyone in. Before Kai can be accepted, he has to show his alliance and go through a total transformation. Everything we are seeing right now is Kai going through that process. He's playing out a script. Just last year, there was a viral video going around of Grammy security actually trying to block Kai from the red carpet because they didn't know who he was. He was being treated like an outsider. But then, Will, Jaden, and Willow Smith were there to save Kai. They walked up to security and physically brought Kai into the Grammys and into their inner circles in front of the world's cameras.
And taking a picture, I see Willow Smith, I whip my head back and forth, I whip my head back and forth. I see Will Smith while security is right here. So while security is right there, he's seen that Jaden Smith and Willow heavy, and then he let me through.
There is a viral photo from that night of Will Smith personally fixing Kai's bow tie, foreshadowing exactly what was about to happen. The industry was getting ready to fix Kai's image and make him go through a brand new rebranding. But the red flags don't stop at the event. They're clearly visible in Kai's new brand, Vivette. After his 4-month disappearance following Mafia Dawn 3, Kai didn't just come back with a clothing line, he came back with a new identity. During that time, he was hidden away in Italy, documenting a total personality reset on a secret channel called Kai's Mind. He wasn't the chaotic streamer we knew. He was being reborn. Then he reveals the logo for Vivette, the ET3 symbol. Kai says it's just a combination of a cross and an infinity symbol, but in the world of the occult, the symbol tells a completely different story. The logo is actually a variation of the Ouroboros symbol. The Ouroboros, or the infinity symbol, is an ancient image of a serpent or a dragon consuming its own tail, and it's one of the most enduring symbols in occultism, representing the journey of death and rebirth.
Is the logo, right? This is the logo. Now the logo is a representation of a compass, and if you could see deeper, you have to really imagine it's like an infinity symbol.
What Kai is currently doing is called a death and rebirth ritual. He is killing off his old self, the loud over-the-top streamer persona, and being reborn as a reserved creative fashion designer. In his I Quit video, Kai spoke about feeling boxed in by the high-energy chaotic persona that made him famous.
A lot of the times I am boxed into this box of being a streamer. So this is one of the first times where I'm going to display something outside of my private.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I hope that if I ever decide to stop making content about these conspiracy theories, that people don't sit here and say, oh, NiTris sold his soul, bro. Like, I hope that people are understanding enough to know that people change in life. But what I see is someone who had a career and is deciding to change his career and being crucified for it. That's what I see. I see someone who is being completely castrated in the public opinion because he wants to do something different than what people know him for. That feeling of being boxed in is the same feeling that you feel every single time you wake up and go to work at your 9 to 5. I'm tired of this, bro. That feeling of I'm tired of this life. That feeling of I'm tired of having to do this. That feeling of I need something different. I want something different. My purpose is not this. I'm craving something different. That feeling that you feel is probably the same feeling that he felt. And people are condemning him for it. And the only reason why I can relate is because I've had that feeling of being tired of one thing and changing my life to do something completely different. I went from working a 9 to 5 to becoming a YouTuber. I went from being a YouTuber full time to starting an online business. I went from starting an online business to being a personal trainer, an online fitness personal trainer. I've gone through transformations. And I respect people who are able to do it. Because it takes courage to step out of your comfort zone and not be confined to the box that people try to put you in. I admire that. I respect it. And oftentimes people don't try to do the things that they love, the things that they're passionate about, simply because they're worried about someone else's opinion of them. Imagine Kai Cenat was worried about what me and you said about him. He probably wouldn't be on this new path. Imagine if he was worried about his friends and family and all these people switching up on him because he doesn't stream anymore. Like, just think about that, yeah? Just think about it. Objectively, just think about it.
Category.
In occult terms, this is the death of the ego. Just as the Ouroboros eats his own tail to sustain itself, Kai consumed his own success, literally stepping away from his record-breaking streaming peaks to fuel a new version of himself. He is literally showing us.
And this is just another example. I'm probably just going to end this video here because this is just another example of you can't please everybody, bro. When he was doing streaming, people were making videos. Oh, he's going too viral. He's going too viral. He sold his soul. And now he stopped streaming. And now he's saying this is a death to pride, death to ego. Because he hit these record numbers and he walked away from it. Which one is it, bruh? Is it the upside down star? Or
Pointing out in the back.
is it him talking about Jesus? Or is it the cross, right? Is it that he sold his soul? That's the reason why he became too successful on Twitch? Or is it that he sold his soul? That's the reason why he walked away from Twitch. Like, this is the reason why I feel the way that I feel about this, because there's too many inconsistencies. That's the reason why I feel like this, because there's too many inconsistencies. That's the reality.
Through this logo for his clothing brand and his recent behavior. Kai explicitly called the logo the symbol of infinity.
To really imagine is like an infinity symbol.
He is leaning directly into that Ouroboros symbolic meaning. The word vivet itself is Latin for he, she, or it will be forever.
Vivet is Latin for he, she, or it will live forever. And that is what I want the clothing man to do.
It's a statement of immortality. By killing his persona, he intends to create a brand that outlives his temporary internet fame. This is all clearly tied to the occult, and Kai himself admits that. By Kai saying he was shedding his skin, that is a reference to the death and rebirth. Is it a coincidence that Jaden Smith, who was just named the men's creative director for Christian Louboutin, is the one mentoring Kai's new brand? Fans are already dragging Kai, calling this new persona performative and forced. They can feel that the old Kai didn't choose this. He was chosen. He even brought a Vivet journal to Paris Fashion Week, literally taking notes like a student while being guided by industry giants like Pharrell Williams. This isn't a streamer making a merch line. This is a transformation being managed by the highest levels of Hollywood. If you pay attention to the designs that Kai's shown, it's giving off Balenciaga vibes. Dark gothic high fashion clothes that we everyday people are not meant to understand. Think about the people Kai has been hanging around since he made it to the next level. The celebrities aren't just showing up to his streams anymore. Kai has been showing up at their high society events. Think about that. He is now running around with Will Smith, the same man who is currently being sued by a former musician who worked with him, who accused him of grooming him for the industry. Many people also think Will groomed Jaden, and that's why he's the way he is. Jaden's recent look ever since he was given that position at Christian Louboutin is truly dark and disturbing. He's been running around with red paint on his face, looking like some sort of red-faced demon. People see everything Kai has been doing and they just don't understand. Why quit streaming when you're the biggest? Why walk away from the empire he built? Well, now you understand what this is all about. The question...
I can't support it, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm too real to support fake, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't support it. I really can't support it, bro. And the reason why is because, just like I said, it's too inconsistent, number one. And number two, walking away from something or starting something new is not a bad thing. Like, this video is making it seem like walking away from something that you built is a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. We are humans. We are meant to evolve. We are meant to have a deeper purpose in behind what we do, right? That's literally how we're designed. And he's trying to condemn Kai Cenat for wanting to create a brand that's beyond him. He, she, it will live forever. Like, if you were to say something along those lines, I want generational wealth. Isn't that the same thing? Like, I'm creating something today so that when I'm dead, when I'm gone, it continues to live. Isn't that the same thing? Isn't everybody's goal to have something to leave for their kids so it can continue to live through them? Isn't that what a legacy is? Like, I hate when people try to manipulate it and put a spin on it. And there's gonna be people in the comment section. If you made it up to this part of the video, I'm letting it be known. I already know. Like, I already know how social media works. I already know how YouTube works. Like, there are gonna be people in the comment section saying, "Oh my gosh, you're defending him." Then there's going to be people in the comment section saying, "Oh my gosh, you're tripping for thinking that he sold his soul." And then there's going to be logical people who understand that this is how it works. You have to find the evidence, make the connections, and then present the offer, present the situation. Without the evidence, you can't stand on anything solid. I could sit here and make stuff up all day long. Like, did you know that the reason why this water bottle is named Eternal is because it's mocking Christ? Because realistically speaking, the way that this bottle is made is like, I can sit here and make stuff up all day long, bruh. It's not about making stuff up. It's about bringing truth to light. And I can't support something that's not true. That's just who I am. It won't. My morals won't allow it. He got condemned for saying Jesus, and now he's getting condemned for choosing a different path. Like, I just can't support it. I'm going to be honest, y'all. If you guys made it up to this part of the video, I want you guys to leave in the comments down below, Eternal. And if you have, like, I'm curious to know what you guys think in the comments down below as well. Am I tripping? Like, let me know. If you say, NiTris, you're tripping, let me know, bro. I'm genuinely curious. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace.